Welcome to iScope Media. Here we bring you the exclusive top news headlines for our viewers today. The top 10 news of the day are: in Jahangirpuri violence, NSA imposed on 5 accused post Amit Shah's call for strict action. Jahangirpuri violence, Delhi police arrest Sonu Chikna's arms supplier Ghulam Rasool. Jahangirpuri violence, BJP counters AAPs claim, dares to share answers post 2019 pics. As COVID cases surge, here are the states that have reimposed the mandatory mask rule. PM Modi inaugurates WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, sets 5 goals. IMF pegs India's 2022 GDP growth at 8.2%, US at 3.7%, China at 4.4%, and Russia at minus 8.5%. Karnataka Minister B.C. Nagesh says moral science texts may include Mahabharata, Ramayana lessons. Actions against Sunil and K.V. Thomas likely in next 3 days for defying Congress line. Russia take control of Crimea after intense street battle. Ukraine forces pull out. Ukraine allows citizens to continue crossing border using domestic passports. In Jahangirpuri violence, NSA imposed on 5 accused post Amit Shah's call for strict action. Acting on Union Home Minister Amit Shah's directives, National Security Act was imposed on 5 accused of the Jahangirpuri violence on Tuesday. The National Security Act is an act that empowers the government to detain a person if the authorities are satisfied that he or she is a threat to national security or to prevent him or her from disrupting public order. And the same has been imposed on 5 accused involved in the clashes that broke out during the Shobha Yatra on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti. Jahangirpuri violence, Delhi police arrest Sonu Chikna's arms supplier Ghulam Rasool. In a major development in the Jahangirpuri violence case, one more person named as Ghulam Rasool on Tuesday was arrested by the Delhi police. Rasool allegedly supplied arms to Sonu Chikna, who alleged video of firing during the Shobha Yatra procession on Hanuman Jayanti in Jahangirpuri. Jahangirpuri violence, BJP counters AAPs claims, dares to share answers post 2019 pics. Bharatiya Janata Party national spokesman R.P. Singh on Tuesday countered allegations leveled by Aam Aadmi Party, stating that Ansar, the prime accused in the Jahangirpuri violence on Hanuman Jayanti, is a Saffron Party member. His retort came after a AAP MLA on Tuesday shared a picture where a person claimed to be the accused Ansar was standing near BJP workers and donning a saffron cap. As COVID cases surge, here are the states that have reimposed the mandatory mask rule. As India records a 90% jump in daily COVID-19 cases, almost all cities and states have considered reimposing the mask rule. Following the increasing trend in COVID-19 cases in Delhi and National Capital Region, some neighboring states have again made the mask mandatory in the public places. The Haryana government stated on Monday that wearing masks is mandatory again in the districts of Gurugram, Faridabad, Sonipat and Jhajjar. PM Modi inaugurates WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar, sets 5 goals. In a joint venture with the World Health Organization, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday laid the foundation stone of the WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in Jamnagar. The GCTM will be the first and the only global post center for the traditional medicine across the world and will emerge as an international hub of the global wellness. IMF pegs India's 2022 GDP growth at 8.2%, US at 3.7%, China at 4.4%, and Russia at minus 8.5%. Amid the faltering growth of the world's largest economies due to the Russia-Ukraine war, the International Monetary Fund on Tuesday cut down the global economic forecast to 3.6% for 2022, as against 6.1% growth in 2021. The IMF has projected 8.2 GDP growth for India in 2022 compared to 3.7 for the US, 4.4 for China, and minus 8.5% for Russia. Karnataka Minister B.C. Nagesh says moral science texts may include Mahabharata, Ramayana lessons. The Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai-led Karnataka government is expected to include Hindu sacred books like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana and Mahabharata in its school curriculum for the next academic year in the discipline of moral science. Despite the fact that a proposal in this regard had been made some time ago, the incumbent BJP administration had put it on hold due to considerable opposition to the plan. Action against Sunil and KV Thomas likely in next 3 days for defying Congress line. After receiving show cause notices for their alleged involvement in the anti-Congress activities, former Punjab Congress President Sunil and Kerala Congress leader KV Thomas are likely to be reprimanded with the stern punishment for defying the party line. As per sources, the Congress Disciplinary Committee will discuss punitive action against the duo to set a precedent. Russia take control of Crimea after intense street battle. Ukraine forces pull out. Russian troops have taken full control of the city Crimea, located in the northeast of the Chernihiv on the eastern flank of the Luhansk Oblast as the war entered the 55th day. All the Ukrainian soldiers were forced to pull out as Russian soldiers captured the entire city, Luhansk regional military administrator informed in a conference. Ukraine allows citizens to continue crossing borders using domestic passports. Amid Moscow's ruthless military offensive in Kiev, the State Border Service of Ukraine has permitted Ukrainian citizens to continue crossing the border using domestic passports. According to the State Border Service of Ukraine, the decision has been adopted keeping in view the prevailing crisis in the ex-Soviet state as the people cannot apply for a foreign passport. Well, this was all about the top 10 news of today. Stay with us. We shall bring you top 10 news every day. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.